Ekiben are boxed meals that are made to be eaten on the train. Iki is the Japanese word for station, while ben comes from the Japanese word bento. No train journey is complete without a charming Ekiben.
This is an Ekiben store located inside Tokyo Station. They sell over 160 different kinds of Ekiben from all over Japan. And on weekends and holidays, they can sell up to 10,000 Ekiben a day. Wow! After asking a few customers, it seems like they are coming to buy the Ekiben to eat at home. I think it's possibly because fewer and fewer people are traveling during the pandemic.
これです。ます寿司。私今ちょっと京都から来て、私の夫がお留守番してるんですよ。それでリクエストで買ったところです。本当は電車の中でこう切って食べるのが一番美味しかったんです。
これから家に帰って家族と食べたいと思います。なかなか電車で旅行っていうこともないので、近所のスーパーでもこの頃駅弁なんかをたまに週末とか扱っていることがあるので、そういう時に買ったりしています。
Winners of the 2021 JR East Ekiben Grand Prix were on display for a limited time in the center of the store, attracting the attention of the customers. Now, in its 10th year, the Ekiben Grand Prix is open to all regions serviced by JR East. Fans vote on the taste, presentation, and wrapping design. First and second place prizes are awarded as well as prizes in different categories. The 2021 winner, which is sold at Kofu Station on the JR Chuo Main Line in Yamanashi Prefecture, is the Wine no Meshi Ekiben. Wine no Meshi means a meal paired with wine. Yamanashi Prefecture, which sits in the heart of Japan's winemaking region, is the country's largest producer of wine. Small cans of wine can be bought at stations in the prefecture to enjoy on your train journey. The Ekiben features hors d'oeuvre-like food made using produce from Yamanashi Prefecture, including teriyaki chicken, marinated salmon, and dried fruit. It was developed by an Ekiben company that's been in business for over 100 years together with JR East. Japan's first railway opened in 1872, running between Shimbashi in Tokyo and Yokohama. Many theories exist about where and when Japan's first Ekiben was sold, but many people believe it was at Utsunomiya Station in Tochigi Prefecture in 1885. At the time, Ekiben was a simple serving of 2 rice bowls with pickled radish wrapped in bamboo skin. The rice bowl set is still popular today. As long-distance train travel became common, Ekiben featuring local specialties started popping up all over the country. There are over 2,000 different kinds of Ekiben on sale. In the past, Ekiben were often sold by vendors standing on the platform. But with the change to high-speed rail and windows that don't open, Ekiben sales shifted from standing vendors to kiosks and stores. Ekiben continued to grow along with the railway, developing into a unique food culture in Japan.
Until the Shinkansen came into service, traveling by trains took a very long time, and therefore there was a huge demand for Ekiben. And also, eating Ekiben on the train was, and probably still is, a main part in the joy of train travel.
Yeah, it's a total highlight, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. However, the coronavirus pandemic has dramatically affected train ridership, especially for leisure and business travels. And therefore, the demand for Ekiben also dropped as well.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, the store where I interviewed at Tokyo Station, they used to sell around 15,000 Ekiben a day on weekends and holidays pre-pandemic, but now they're only selling about 2/3 of what they used to sell.
Oh, I see. That will give them a very great impact, I think.
Yes, yeah. The Ekiben industry is going through a tough challenge right now, but they're coming up with clever ideas to make a comeback.
One long-established company founded in 1908 in Yokohama City in Kanagawa Prefecture mainly sells its Ekiben inside train stations and adjacent station buildings. Their famous shumai dumpling bento is so popular, they sell around 27,000 per day.
一昨年の1回目の緊急事態宣言の際には売上が6割以上ダウンしてしまいました。テレワークの推進や外出の自粛によってこれまでターミナル駅を利用していたお客様が減ってしまったことで、そうしたターミナル駅の売上が大きく減少してしまいました。
To offset declining sales caused by the pandemic, the company decided to open additional stores in the city away from stations in places where people can stop by car. Since September 2020, the company has opened 13 new stores along arterial routes in Tokyo and Kanagawa Prefecture.
車で手軽に駐車場もあるしっていうところもあって、伺いました。電車ではあまり食べないですね、最近では。
電車使わないんで、コロナ。それで買いに来ました。
In addition, to expand sales channels, the company has begun selling a series of frozen Ekiben. As a result of these efforts, their sales returned to 70% of pre-pandemic numbers in January this year.
コロナ禍ではありますが、お腹だけでなく心も満たしていただけるようなワクワクするような商品や企画をこれからも発信し続けていきたいです。
柏飯弁当
At Oreo Station in Fukuoka Prefecture, Ekiben has been sold on the platform for 100 years. This famous Ekiben is kashiwa meshi. It consists of rice cooked in chicken broth, seasoned with a secret mix of herbs and spices, topped with ground chicken, egg, and seaweed. 1 million are sold annually, but to preserve the taste and flavor, they were only sold at Oreo Station and stores in the prefecture. However, when the pandemic hit, sales declined. To survive, the company decided to develop and sell frozen kashiwa meshi online. In addition to increasing sales, the company had another reason to develop frozen kashiwa meshi.
コロナの影響の中でなかなかこちらの方に、帰省できないっていう方もたくさんいらっしゃいましたんで、その中でなんとかふるさとの味をお届けできないかという思いもあったからですね。
The biggest challenge in developing the frozen Ekiben was making it taste the same as the one sold at the station. After a lot of trial and error, they found freezing the rice immediately after cooking was the best way to preserve the flavor.
家庭でやってるようなちょっと温かい状態で冷凍しておくと。でそこから電子レンジで解凍すると美味しく食べれますよと。
After many experiments, the frozen kashiwa meshi was ready. Thaw the rice, top it with ground chicken and egg, and the Ekiben is good to go. Starting on November 1st, 2021, the company sold over 1,500 three-meal sets online in 3 months. Mr. Satake has received a lot of positive feedback from customers.
嬉しいですよね。大阪に住んでてですね、なんか10年ぶりに おばあちゃんが食べてちょっと泣いてたっていうのですね。ふるさとの味がっていうことで、すごい嬉しいですね。なんかね。
The frozen Ekiben was developed to help the company survive during the pandemic. Mr. Satake remains dedicated to preserving that special taste of home. With the pandemic creating problems for the Ekiben industry, some local companies came together to promote and sell Ekiben. Kamisuwa Station is located in Suwa City, about 2 hours by limited express train from Shinjuku in Tokyo. Nearby Lake Suwa is a popular tourist spot. In winter, hot spring water beneath the frozen lake causes pressurized ice formations to form above the lake. This natural phenomenon is called omiwatari, or God's crossing. Lake Suwa's omiwatari features on the wrapping paper of the Suaben Hoijane Ekiben, first sold at Kamisuwa Station in 2020. In the local dialect, Hoijane means see you later. The hope is that people eating the Ekiben on the train home will want to come back again. It's the first locally made Ekiben to be sold at Kamisuwa Station since the old Ekiben store closed in 2001. Miss Kikuchi Chizue, the owner of a guest house, came up with the idea of reviving the Ekiben at Kamisuwa Station.
同級生がうちで同窓会やっていただいて、で一泊してくれて帰る時の前にね、諏訪はもう名物いっぱいあるから相当いろんなお弁当あるだろうって言われてたんですけど、そんなことになってあったらいいねということで。
Supporting Ms. Kikuchi's idea is Mr. Oishi, the president of a ramen store franchise, and Ms. Miyasaka, the owner of a restaurant by the station.
鈴江さんからまず私どもでお弁当を作れないかっていう話を伺いまして、菊池様時代にその思い情熱をやっぱり形にねできることにご協力できたらいいなっていうことでここまで来た感じですね。
The three came up with a new Ekiben menu filled with delicious regional food.
上諏訪駅で販売するということもあって、諏訪にはたくさんの方来られるので、とにかく地元のお酒と地元の食を楽しんでもらいたいということで、ちょっとおつまみ風のお弁当になっています。
The bento includes fried smelt, fried dumplings, and grilled pork with miso. The fried dumplings are made with pickled nozawana, a local favorite from Mr. Oishi's ramen shop. Miss Miyasaka recommends the simmered fried tofu onbashira maki. It's inspired by the Onbashira festival. During the Shinto ritual, a large fir tree over 150 years old and 17 meters tall, known as the Onbashira, is cut down and transported to the shrine. This sliding tree attracts many spectators.
これは地元の人たちの力を一つに合わせて行っているとても大切なお祭りで、諏訪の火落とし坂とそれから御柱をイメージしたお煮物としてそれを形にしてみました。
The new Ekiben, developed by the three companies, was first sold at a convenience store in Kamisuwa Station in January 2020. However, the pandemic had also just begun, which made sales of the Ekiben challenging.
観光の方もすごく減ってしまったし、駅の乗降も本当に少なくなってしまったので、思ったよりも販売数伸びなかったんですが、少量ずつ収めたり、また注文を受けて収めたりっていうような形でコロナの中でも頑張って販売してきました。
Despite the difficult situation, several good things happened. One was the increased interest from local residents.
こういったコロナの時期だし、皆さんテイクアウトがすごく増えてたんですね。でその中で地元の人が食べてみようということで、地区の会合とかね、そういった会社の集まりだとか、そういう時でも使っていただく方が増えてきたので、とにかく地元の方にこの諏訪の味をこう楽しんでもらう、知ってもらうっていうことができたのはとても良かったなと思ってます。
The Ekiben, which has become a favorite among locals, was the winner of JR East's 2020 Ekiben Grand Prix. An outstanding achievement by a local company, considering it was their first time creating an Ekiben.
思い、情熱がね、ラベルから紐から全部こもってるお弁当がやっぱりただ美味しいじゃないこの地の何ですかね、そのおもてなしをしたいっていう気持ちがこもってるようにとても感じました。
ぜひ諏訪に来ていただいて、いろんないいところがありますので、ぜひ観光においでいただきたいと思います。おいでね。
So if the people are not coming to buy the Ekiben companies are now finding ways to bring the Ekiben to the people, right?
Yes, I think that's a natural move. The main target of Ekiben companies are passengers who travel long distances, either by Shinkansen or the express trains. And I do believe that once the pandemic ends, the demand for these trains will return back to the pre-pandemic level, and so will the sales of the Ekiben. However, since the Ekiben can be sold anywhere, I do believe that more Ekiben companies will think of selling their products outside stations.
Yeah. The development of the Ekiben at Kamisuwa Station, which we saw in the VTR, I think is an excellent example to see the locals are coming together to work together. And they expanded their market that way, which led to local recognition.
Yes, I'm glad to see the successful revitalization of the local communities along the railway in such a way.
Next, let's check out a Japanese Ekiben company that is working hard to expand overseas.
In November 2021, a Japanese Ekiben store opened at Gare de Lyon in Paris, France. The store's name is Ekiben Torimeshi Bento. The Torimeshi Bento is a renowned Ekiben in Japan, made with chicken and a popular brand of rice from Akita Prefecture. At this store, they make and sell 6 types of Ekiben, including the Torimeshi Bento. With the rising popularity of Japanese food, bento has become a trend in France, and the Ekiben store has attracted a lot of attention. The first 3 days saw all 600 prepared meals sold out.
J'ai acheté parce que c'est nouveau et ça a l'air très appétissant et j'ai faim. Et que c'est très bien vendu.
C'est très joli, très épuré, comme au Japon. L'esprit du Japon marche bien en France, donc ça devrait bien marcher.
The Ekiben store in Gare de Lyon is run by an Ekiben company in Akita Prefecture that's been in business for over 120 years. The company's special Torimeshi Ekiben has been sold for 70 years. It features chicken seasoned with a sweet soy sauce and rice from Akita Prefecture. Each Ekiben is carefully packed by hand. Mr. Yagihashi Shuichi, the company's 8th president, made the decision to expand overseas.
日本において駅弁っていうのはだんだんと減少傾向に、日本も人口が減少もしてますから、だんだんと売る機会というのが減ってきてます。一方海外に目を向けると基本的に人口は増加している。であれば、人口が増えているところに日本の文化を持っていった方がいいんじゃないかと思って。
Mr. Yagihashi wanted to open a store at Gare de Lyon, a leading terminal station. However, to open a store inside the station, he had to win a competition held by the French National Railway. In order to raise its profile first, the company opened a store on the street in Paris in July 2019. However, it was not easy to recreate the authentic taste of the torimeshi in France. The water in France is different from Japan, so they had to get creative when cooking the rice. In addition, import restrictions made it hard to get all the ingredients used in the original recipe, so they had to experiment to recreate the authentic taste using ingredients that could be sourced locally. Unexpectedly, the pandemic actually helped boost the company's sales. With more people staying home, takeout food became increasingly popular and sales more than doubled compared to before the pandemic. With these achievements, Mr. Yagihashi won the competition and was able to open an Ekiben store in Gare de Lyon.
フランス人にとって日本食の入り口ってお寿司なんですね。で、要はお米にお醤油をつける。で、なかなか白いお米というのが食べれないということがそれ以前の調査で分かっていました。そこで私たちのような茶色いご飯、炊き込みご飯というか、醤油がつけなくてもそのまま先に味がついてるってすごいねっていう反応で大変喜ばれました。
The store is only open for 6 months until May. However, Mr. Yagihashi plans to continue to promote Ekiben with the aim of making the store permanent.
It would be great if Ekiben became popular in Europe too. Now, I'm from SF, I'm a little bit biased. I would love it if they opened up a store in Germany too.
Oh, I agree with you. That would be nice. Back in the spring of 2016, a subsidiary of JR East became the first company to sell Ekiben overseas at the Gare de Lyon or the Lyon station in Paris for a limited period of 3 months. And now, with the Ekiben from Akita Prefecture, I think that this kind of achievement will help Japanese Ekiben become popular outside Japan as well.
Yeah, I personally love how colorful and how many variations of food you can enjoy in just one Ekiben. So I'd like more people abroad to have a chance to try them.
Yes, I hope so too.
Railway topics. The cars for the Nishi-Kyushu Shinkansen, which is scheduled to start service in the fall of 2022, were transported by ship from Yamaguchi Prefecture to a train depot in Nagasaki Prefecture. The first shipment left the factory in Yamaguchi Prefecture on January 6. The following day, a boat tour was held to see the train cars being transported by ship. Around 200 participants started taking photos the moment the ship with its rare cargo of Shinkansen came into view.
ほら、ゆうちゃんあそこだ。新幹線。すごいね。ほら。
とても貴重な体験をさせていただいているな。
3 days from departure, the vehicles arrived at the port in Nagasaki Prefecture and were unloaded. A commemorative ceremony was held by locals to welcome the new vehicles.
新幹線かもめ車両が川棚港に到着いたしました。
JR Kyushu will start running tests and training staff in preparation for their exciting debut. On January 9th, Wakasa Railway in Tottori Prefecture held a special train tour that featured local sake and cuisine. The local tourism association planned the tour to promote Wakasa Railway and the area along the line. They served 8 types of sake, including some produced by local breweries. A special bento made using local produce was also prepared for the event.
雪もちょっと残っていて、すごく雪見酒みたいな雰囲気で趣深いというか、美味しくいただいてます。
いい意味でローカル感、その中で食べるそのね、地元の食べ物とお酒、贅沢な時間だと思う。
The participants enjoyed watching the scenery from the train as they tasted the local sake and cuisine. Every year, Kurobe Gorge Railway in Toyama Prefecture, famous for their trolley train, holds a diesel locomotive driving event during the winter months when it's not in operation. Participants first check their alcohol level, then a staff member explains how to drive.
車と同じでアクセルレバーを操作するとスピードを調整し、ブレーキ弁を操作すると止まることができます。
After, they take the locomotive for a spin.
はい、徐行解除。
The experience takes place on a 150-meter section of track at the station. Making 2 round trips, participants can enjoy driving in the snow.
宇都宮です。これだけのために富山まで足を伸ばしました。無事終わってよかったです。でもやっぱり機関車運転ってすごい楽しいです。
真っ白の線路の上をですね走っていくというのも気持ちがいいというふうにお客様からもたくさん喜びの声をいただいております。雪化粧した黒部峡谷、これも非常に綺麗で見どころが多いと思います。
This event will be held mainly on weekends until March 21st.
Kashiwa Meshi Bento!